Big Olaf here with you today. Gonna go over the Chiappa Pro Series 22 upper. I got this here a while ago, paid right around $390 for it, and I gotta admit I'm pretty disappointed in the quality of it. And I have other 22 AR platforms and would go with anything else besides this. It was a purchase. I had an extra lower laying around and some parts, so I figured I'd pick this up and see how it did. And like I said, I'm overall unimpressed with the quality of this and how it functions. The couple of times I've been out with it, it fails to feed constantly in stovepipes. It just does not run very well. So in looking at it, some of the specs, what you get, like I said, this is the Chiappa upper. It's going to be what they call their Pro Series. I don't know why they call it the Pro Series, because if the non-Pro Series is any worse than this, I can't imagine it. These are made in Italy. Just to give you an idea, it's a full polymer upper. So this isn't machined aluminum or anything. I'm going to flip it over here real quick. Go over some of the other points. Like I said, I built the lower and the buttstock. This is just the upper assembly. It's a flat top rail. On the upper, the dust cover doesn't open up, so this is just fixed until you actually charge it using the charging handle. Then it will open up, but it doesn't open up like every other dust cover in the world does by with a little slide there. Also, it should be noted that the forward assist is there just for looks. It does function and push in, but there is no forward assist. And believe it or not, when shooting this, it failed to go into battery several times. You can just put your finger over here and shove it forward. What I'll do next is I'll open this thing up so we can take a look at the internals. Alright, now that I got the Chiappa upper apart, a couple other things that should be noted. The charging handle on the upper does not actually come free. It's permanently pinned into place, so you can't actually just slide it out and change that at all. Another thing, when I received this, the entire barrel and barrel nut assembly was completely loose. The barrel tilted probably 2 to 3 degrees in either direction if there's any weight, and then the quad rail was actually off center from the flat top of the upper by probably 2 or 3 degrees as well. So what I had to do is remove these star nuts on here, thread those out, thread the quad rail off, tighten the barrel nut, but the barrel nut, since this is a polymer upper, you had to be very careful not to over tighten because it's pinned in, and if you were to over tighten it, you'd easily strip out this plastic upper. Then realign the quad rail, tighten it up, check for spacing, and then we were ready to go. But that was just right out of the box. This wasn't after any use whatsoever, so pretty much had to redo that up out of the box. The other thing is the actual goofy little flash hider here. This was also hand tight loose. It was almost 2 or 3 threads off. So I checked everything before we got going, and even then, after checking it, didn't really want to cycle very well. Kind of going to the internals, if you guys are familiar with how the M&P 15-22 internals are, these are very similar, except for the 15-22s actually come apart so you can clean them. In the rear here on the 15-22, this top area is notched, so you would be able to remove this spring and in turn easily clean this whole front area here. You can see that you know, where this is all welded together and ground in, it's not the best machining or quality. Same with in the back here. I don't know if the camera will pick that up very well, but it's not the best. It does cycle. You know, once you get going, it'll cycle pretty well, but for the most part, I would get maybe 2 or 3 rounds through it before it started having issues. So like I said, this is very similar to the M&P 15-22 setup for their internals on their guns. Now, a couple other things about this. So like I said, I bought this upper kind of on a whim for fun, Midway USA, $391, shipped for free. It came with 2 mags. All right. I have a Superior Arms upper right here that I used with a DPMS parts kit. So I was into that, another $160, plus a buffer tube and the cheapest adjustable stock I could find. So realistically, I'm into this gun $525 to $575. You can buy one of the new little Colt 22s or the M&P 15-22, which I also own, for right around $395 plus an FFL if you're shipping it, maybe some shipping. So let's say you're into that, $450. If that's the case, I would go that way all the way. Don't even mess around with this gun. Like I said, the components aren't machined well. I just feel like how the barrel nut and everything goes together in the front end here is garbage. The internals, as compared to the 15-22, far inferior. So if you're gonna be looking at a 22 conversion or a 22 upper, I would not recommend this at all. It is what it is, but I'm not gonna say something's good if I don't think it is. The use that I've had out of this is not that great. So the upper from Chiappa, stay away. That's the Big Olaf. If you have any other questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. That's the Big Olaf.